You guys, I'm going to turn up the volume. If my mic isn't working, I'm going to be mad because I need to make sure that my mic is working to ensure that I give you guys the best game, the best motivation, and the best wisdom, insights as possible. Now, for today, which is occasional, it will not be every single time I go live. However, I'll do a freestyle rant. We'll talk about topics, talk about how life is lifing. Everyone's experiencing life at their own trajectory, which is the beauty of life because everyone lives life differently. Everyone has different aspirations. Everyone has different goals. So that's the beauty of life. All right, the mic's good. Perfect. Venom. Wait. Venom, did you get a notification on YouTube or no? Do you get notified or no? If you don't get notified, I'm going to have to be mad at YouTube. Oh, you didn't get notified? What is YouTube doing? They need to start notifying people. YouTube, I'm the big dog. You turn up to me first. No, I'm just playing. All right, guys. And anyway, we're going first thing I want to talk about is why mental health is so important. Mental health is important because many times, and I don't know if you guys heard of this rapper Lil Papa. Rest in peace to him. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and act like I knew him before he passed. I only heard about this rapper when he passed. For some reason, it's like TikTok knows when somebody passes because they start pushing this creator way more. I've never, ever seen this creator on TikTok a day in my life. However, the second he dies, for some reason, I see him the most, which is crazy. However, apparently he eliminated, or you can say he ended himself due to depression, due to not feeling right in the head. It's always like that. I know. I don't know why TikTok does that. You don't see the person a day in their life, a day in your life on your feed until like they die or like something happens. Then like now you see them. Going back to the topic I was just saying, it's because his mental wasn't there. Now, someone was calling him a coward for killing himself, and this is what a lot of men say. They say if you have kids, or if you don't have kids, but you're gonna kill yourself because mentally you're feeling depressed, well then you're a coward. However, I don't feel that people are cowards if they have mental health issues because it's important. Like, if you're not right mentally, how can you expect to be right physically? Many people who don't want to get out of the bed, who have bad mental problems, is because if you don't feel right in the head, you're not going to feel like moving. You don't even want to get started with your day if your mental is bad. It's always like that. Yep. It says, do you know how to do ASMR? Or by the way, you're a small content creator. I don't know how to do ASMR personally because I don't really do that type of content. However, there's a bunch of content for you. All you have to do is look it up on YouTube. Do you remember me? Yes, I do remember you, Don. Yo, you just got grounded for 3 months. What did you even get grounded for? Yeah, going back to the point I was saying, mental health is very, very, very important. You must take care of it. Your mind is a template. It is a temple. It is what decides what you do in that day, believe it or not. Regardless if you know, consciously or subconsciously, it decides how your mood is. It decides what you do. It decides if you're tired. You must treat it like a plant. You have to take care of it. Many people want to sit here and laugh when people have mental health problems, or when they're bullied, or when they feel depressed. But it's very important. So I don't find anything funny. Also, another topic to discuss. Many people think that when you have money, when you have clout, when you have all this fame, that you turn unhuman, and that you don't have any sense of feeling of depression or any sense of bad feeling when it comes to your mental health. That is the complete opposite. They are humans just like you. They have the same exact emotions. However, the difference is they have clout and you don't. That is the difference. Yeah, a lot of people truly don't understand. Exactly. A lot of people don't understand. And I'm going to make this a video also of why people in Q&A say, how is your mental health? Is your mental health good? How have you been doing mentally? They don't ask that question a lot for no reason. They ask it because it is the foundational question that will determine if you keep on going in life or if you stay stuck in a plateau. Your mental is very important. You have to make sure every day you are mentally calm and grounded because you can actually get stuff done. They think you're weak, but that is certainly not the case. It's just the fact that you have been strong for so long. Exactly. And many people don't understand. There are people right now fighting mentally, going hard every single day. And people will still misunderstand them. Most people don't even know what these people are going through, let alone do they even want to understand what they're going through. Sometimes it's too complex. It's too nuanced. Sometimes most people don't even want to open up because people are making fun of mental health as opposed to helping someone. How do you think someone who's going through something is looking at this Kai Cenat situation? Do you think they want to open up about their mental health? Of course they don't. If Kai Cenat's getting laughed at, they might get laughed at, and they might not know how to take it. A lot of people don't know how to take hate, which is not a bad thing. However, a lot of people aren't going to want to open up. And I can't blame them for not opening up. However, and I will say this, you want to selectively open up to people. So you don't want to open up to everyone. You don't want to give everyone your energy. You should not leak your energy everywhere. However, you want to selectively do it. So these people that you are telling your vulnerable times and moments to, you should trust them. You can start with something subtle, something small. Just say, for example, you went to the store and you got some perfume or some cologne or something. If that travels to everybody and it comes back to you, then you know that if you told this person anything bigger, that it would get out. It's those subtle tests that you can see and you can actually apply and test for yourself. You have to know. But yeah, guys, you have to understand that many people aren't going to want to open up, and the people who don't want to open up maybe are not opening up because they don't want to be misunderstood. However, many people will call them cold or, oh, you're weird or you're being silent for no reason. No, they're just holding in a lot of pressure. They're holding in a lot of stuff, man. The one who can be trusted with little can be trusted with very much. Exactly. This is what people need to do. If you give someone small, if you give someone something small and they can't handle it, then what makes you think if you give them something bigger that they'll be able to handle it? It doesn't make any sense. It logically fails if you think otherwise. The logical answer is if this person cannot understand this when it's little, how the heck are they supposed to understand the bigger stuff? You've been sad for a while. Dang, man, what's been going on? Guys, also, when you have emotions, regardless if you feel sad or mad or happy or satisfied or dissatisfied, you want to allow yourself to feel it. It is okay to be emotional as a man. There's nothing wrong with having emotions. Even the people who don't cry, they feel it in their body. You feel the tear about to come out. So it's a natural biology factor. Even the people who say, oh, they don't cry, they feel it. Trust me. They feel it. Now, they might not cry because they know how to hold it in, but they feel the tears. It is okay. And this goes back to the point where you need to be selective. You need to be selective of who you show these things to. It is advantageous for you and your life to ensure that you selectively decide who you show your vulnerable side to. It is very vital. You can't be showing it to everybody because not everyone has good intentions for you. Many people will sit there, oh, don't worry, Joey, don't worry, Joey. Then behind your back, they'll say, this Joey guy was being stupid. He was talking about this vulnerable moment. His dumb behind was doing this, doing that. They will use that exact sob story that you said against you. It might not be right then and there, but they will use it if it fits whatever situation that they're in at that current moment. So once again, be careful. It comes with having a lot of discernment as well. That's how you're able to know what people to tell this to. Thank you for this. No problem, guys. No problem. Yeah, guys, it's very important that you guys have discernment. Discernment is really where it's at. It's not even just about having wisdom. It's about you being able to discern someone who looks like they'll help you or that they want to help you, but you know that's a mask. Many people cannot tell the difference between someone genuinely trying to help you as opposed to someone putting on a mask acting like they care. I've seen it plenty of times. People do, they put on this fake mask. They're in their rooms, they go, oh, I'm gonna put on this mask. Oh, hey, are you okay? Oh, I really hope what's best for you. Then behind the scenes, they talk mess. I've seen it so many times. And when you've seen it so many times, you learn a valuable lesson. The valuable lesson is you have to be selective. You cannot overshare with everyone. I feel that most people either do one or these two things. They either one, overshare, or two, they keep everything bubbled in, and you don't want to do either. Let's explain the first one, right? And we've already did it. If you overshare it to everyone, now everyone knows and people can use it against you. Okay, cool. The second one, if you keep everything bottled in, well, then now that's bad for your mental because you have to express your emotion. This is the natural human biology of life. We are emotional beings. We have natural emotions, so it's okay. You don't want to keep your emotions bottled up, but you want to selectively do it. And that's the middle line where you have to get. And it takes time. It takes growth. It takes time. All the good things take time. Like it's as simple as that. All the good things take time. If you want to build a brand, it takes time. If you want to build anything that has a structural foundation, all of it from head to toe takes time. You have to be deliberate. You have to be intentional. You have to decide every single day what is your mission, and you have to decide whether or not you're going to execute that mission or not. You don't know why, but you just get mad for some reason. Well, if you get mad for some reason, can you identify the reason that you get mad? That's the first step. The first step, if you want to fix your life, is awareness. If you're not even aware about the bad things that you're doing, you're not going to fix anything because you're subconsciously just doing it over and over and over and over and over again. The first thing to do is to be aware. Why are you doing this? Why is this plugging you in? Why is this teaching you to do this as opposed to doing this? Why is your brain going north instead of south? Once you are aware, you can start seeing patterns. You start saying, I should have done this instead of this. I should have showed this instead of this. You start seeing patterns once you're aware. That's the first step, being aware. Yeah, guys, also, I fit a year on YouTube posting consistently. I remember yesterday, which is the 27th, that same exact day last year, I said I was going to be consistent. I said I was going to be serious with this, and I wasn't lying. I was serious. I was experimenting. You need to get in the lab. You need to experiment with a whole bunch of stuff, and you must execute, and you must fail, and you must make mistakes, and you must keep on going day in and day out. You have to find a way out. You have to want this, bro. You have to want it. Now, most people don't make it to a year because, and I'm not going to lie, I'm going to tell you how the process is. It is boring. Let me make that very clear. Anyone's trying to start a brand, you must understand that it's going to be boring at first. It's supposed to be boring at first. You have to analyze everything and make sure the thumbnails are right. You have to. But all of that boring work is going to compound into long-term leverage. Once you have long-term leverage, that's when the fun begins. That's when you start having fun because you've already done the hard work. You've already done the foundational work. If you cannot give a business model at least 6 months of time, then you might as well just not start business. This is because business requires you to be patient. You have to rewire your brain to literally stop looking for shortcuts and start looking for long-term leverage. And that is a battle in and of itself. And it's hard. That's why most people don't do it. It's hard. Life is hard in general. Paying bills is hard. Not paying bills is hard. You're going to have to live with people. So you have to decide what type of hard that you want because you cannot escape hard in this life. For example, if you have a responsibility and you delay that responsibility, you're not escaping responsibility. You're just delaying it. And that makes it even worse when you delay it. Responsibility doesn't go anywhere. You're either going to decide that, okay, you're going to front load responsibility now and take it now, or you're not. But if you're not going to take the responsibility that it takes as a man or a woman to get to where you want to be, well, then you can't sit there and complain when you don't have the life that you want. You can't sit there and complain. Can you say hi? Hello. Yeah, you can't sit there and complain. You can't get mad. So it's going to take time. And posting for a year consistently on YouTube taught me that you must delay gratification, number one. You must take this stuff very seriously, which is number two. Number three, you must do the silent work. Number four, you must stop trying to receive external validation. Most of you guys have great ideas for YouTube. Most of you guys don't even try it. Not because you can't, but because you seek other people's approval before you try the idea. For example, if you're into gaming, let's say Mario Kart, there are people out there who will sit there and watch you play Mario Kart. However, you may not make that content because instead of you just posting it, you ask someone, hey, do you think I should post Mario Kart 8 content? Then that person says, nah, that content sucks, bro. That doesn't even fit you. You're not even going to want to post it. Just post it. You're going to get talked about regardless. This is life. This is life. This is life. The only way that you are going to escape being talked about is if you are invisible, and invisible people don't create any leverage and they don't have respect because nobody knows them. You don't want to be invisible. Even if you are not famous, you're still not invisible. You get out the house, people see you, boom, you're not invisible, bro. You have to be very clear about what you want to do and scale it. There's literally puzzle channels on YouTube. There are puzzle channels on YouTube that have 100K subs because they're doing what they genuinely want to do. Now, some people might call it boring. Me personally, I don't know how people sit there and watch puzzles, but if that content scales, which it does, then great, because there's people watching it. Me personally, I can't sit there and watch a puzzle creator like do the puzzle. I don't know. I can't really sit there and watch that. However, it's scalable. And we're in a time period in 2026 to where anything can go viral, anything can be content. If you love cooking, put it on a camera, make it more amplified. That's all you have to do on a consistent time frame. We're in a time where content is changing people's lives, changing people's trajectory in life. People are going from being in the obscurity, being unknown, to being known because of social media, because people are taking it seriously. You're going to have good seasons, you're going to have dry seasons. The question is, are you able to stay long enough to reap the results, and not only the results, but to reap the benefits? If you cannot stick to the mission on a long enough time frame, well, then you won't make it. Hello, what is this live about? All right, so we're talking about a whole multitude of topics. The first one we was talking about is mental health. And I was explaining why mental health is very important. Now, I'm talking about how it is after being consistent for posting for a year on YouTube. And what I'm saying is that you have to rewire your brain to not seek all this impulsive stuff and to delay gratification. This is what every business person has done. It all starts in the mind. I know it sounds so cliche now because we've heard it plenty and plenty of times again. Oh, well, you have to work on the mindset. Oh, well, it's all about mindset. And then people are like, yeah, it's about mindset. Honestly, after posting for over a year consistently on YouTube, I can definitely say it really is about the mindset. You can give someone $100,000 and give the same exact person with a bad mindset $100,000. However, the difference isn't even in the money. The discrepancy is between the person who has a right mindset and the person who has the wrong mindset. That is the difference. The money is the same exact amount. What it is okay, are you good at stewarding your money or are you just going to blow it? That is the difference. So it's really about mindset, because once you build your mindset first, then the money only amplifies what you've already built as a base, which is your mindset. That's the foundation. That's your thinking cap. Therefore, build your mindset. Read books. Learn how to talk. Guys, if we sit here and talk every single day, why not you master how to speak? We speak every single day. The best thing you can learn is how to articulate yourself in a convincing and an interesting way. Many people have thoughts, yet they don't know how to articulate those ideas. If you cannot translate those ideas from your mind from your head outwards to your mouth and say it in a way that's convincing and interesting, well, then how do you expect people to stick with you? How do you expect people to say, wow, this made me rethink about this topic? Wow, this made me pause. Wow, that was very articulate. All of it takes time. However, it's going to be worth it in the end. We're going to go ahead and end live right here. I have a lot of stuff to do. It's 7:35 p.m. my time. I have a lot of stuff to do. Therefore, we're going to end here. However, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. You guys stay blessed, and we'll see you in the next one.